a summary from the Greeks of my demise yesterday in the game. So, almost all the action on this table ended up being in the Balkans. Very early in the game, the Greeks expanded very well into all sorts of territory. Got down to here, Alexandria very early. Had the massive stack of gold thanks to a pirate raid and some good taxation. 4 armies and looked in very good shape. The problem with looking in very good shape is everybody else knows this, and the Roman player Matt has won a lot of diplomacy competitions, and he's rather good at influencing people quietly to do things. So everybody focused attention on making sure that my Greeks didn't progress much further. Rome slowly developed down here. Carthage stayed peaceful most of the time. The barbarians were the most peaceful of everybody, busy building markets and agriculture in the distance. Partly forced on James because he lost the record number of cards in round 1 trying to take territory. I think it was like 9 or 10 cards.
9 cards.
In the first go trying to take territory, so he was limited. And the game turn, we played the full chaos version. The full chaos version allows you to use the red cards in the event, which can cause quite a bit of dramatic effect. And this is probably one of the most dramatic I've ever seen. So I had a wonderful army here. I trapped a Roman army there with my own armies here, so it couldn't be reinforced. And I had a very, very good army, something like there.
I think the Romans were in, the Romans were in.
The Romans were there.
And you were between them.
I had a very good army there to go and attack with. And there's a barbarian army up here as well.
Yeah.
And my ally, the Carthage, played a plague card on my main army.
It was that way around, yeah.
My main army, so this army here got hammered, lost 4 of its 8 cards. The general survived. Each of these took 1 each. So that was pretty horrific. Thank you, ally. That was wonderful. I tried to retire them away to fight another day, at which point an agent arrived from Rome and slaughtered my general, who had only just survived the plague.
It was a random general, and it happened to be that general.
It happened to be that general. So
yes.
he got killed in his bed by the people who were supposed to be nursing him. So now I have a 4-card army with no general, which printed a 4-star general and therefore would have got away, and then dropped a 2-star general, so I can't get away. And then he attacked me with the massive Roman army that he'd managed to build up here and wipe me out. So after that point, he was busy invading here, and the other 2 players, James was a bit limited to attack early enough, and Carthage was too passive, and probably looking back made the wrong play there. They should have put the plague on the barbarian army, because the barbarian would have got hammered, and Rome and Carthage would have lost 1 card each. Greece would have lost 1 card each, and we would have hammered each other. So then Carthage would have had the benefit of all 3 of the other nations having suffered, and he wouldn't have put me on red alert. So that was probably interesting, looking back at how that particular thing panned out. And in truth, the only other battle outside the Balkans in this entire game was over here, where Carthage tried to bounce their way into a bit of southern Gaul and failed. So net result is over here that while I was doing very well initially, I got stalled. We haven't put on the final turn stuff for a few of us, so we should be a bit further up actually.
Yeah, I think you put the barbarians on, but I didn't catch them.
It went to that. So Rome raced to the 15, and we concluded with the Super Bowl coming. Even though we played the round out, because you play the round out, it was impossible for the barbarians to find 3 points to overtake them. So we declared Matt the cunning Roman winner, and I put his entire victory down to the fact that he's playing with beautifully painted figures. So that's all it was really. It's nothing to do with him and skill. Hope you enjoyed that little summary. That's a bit from us for the Super Bowl night. 2 fabulous games in the evening. This was an absolutely great game to play, especially over a few drinks. And the Super Bowl was the longest Super Bowl match in history.
It was indeed.
Thank you. Enjoy.